Welcome back, everybody, to the Bloodscale Dynasty. This is episode number 8. This is our recurring, long-standing, role-playing dynasty in King of the Castle. How does this work? Well, our recurring role-playing dynasties basically work like this. I write a little premise for you that changes the initial situation of a King of the Castle game, changing it, the socio-political and economic situation at the start, the cultural practices in the different regions, and then, from then on, we explore different themes, right? And keep playing for about 10 to 14 weeks, so 3 to 4 months. And right now we are on episode 8, so we just passed what felt like the halfway point of the dynasty, and we're getting into the kind of what feels like a second act, or like we're in the thick of the second act of the dynasty. Main themes of this dynasty are the main narrative theme of this dynasty is class conflict, social conflict, and how the different nobles in different regions think differently of their relationship with peasants and how they should be treated. And that's a couple of the themes that have been very relevant have been economic crises and famines, right? Like the kingdom has started from a situation of famine and has now recovered and now has gone back down. Like there was a moment of prosperity and now in very recent years has plummeted down again into a very grave and serious economic crisis, as you might see from the stats of the kingdom. Another thing that we are experimenting with is the interaction between gameplay and lore. We're doing that in 2 ways. Way number 1 is we are having, like each region has, a specific initial penalty and a victory bonus. What does that mean? Whenever a region holds the throne, at the start of their reign, they're gonna have a penalty. So for instance, for the counts, rebellions can be started easier. And for the grandees, which is the case today, all grandees lose 500 gold to reflect the fact that they're spending that gold to better the situation of their peasants. And that's it. Wait, oh god, I'm forgetting thing. Is that it? No, the treasury. There you go. And the treasury is always reset to 1500 gold. That's the one. And this is particularly relevant this time because I think we ended at 3,800 gold roughly last time, and look at that, the treasury is now back to 1,500. So not great for the treasury. But if they win at the end of the game before the next episode, all for the grandees, all regions are gonna get +1 farming. And the kingdom is gonna start with +1 authority and +1 stability. Alright? So 4,800. See? So even worse. So yeah, we're playing around with you know, changing the situations, the initial conditions of different reigns. And another way we're playing around with the interaction of role-playing and gameplay is a system called edicts. So basically, I wrote down a list of edicts, which are ways for you, the players, to change the rules of the game. Each week, the players from the region that wins a specific reign gets to these players get to discuss which edicts to pass or to repeal from that list. So the edicts that are currently active prevent me from picking 3 Monarch laws, and specifically I cannot pick Golden Choice, Royal Gamble, or Iron Choice. And I have been instructed to heavy tax the counts on the first taxing season. The grandees decided to do that. And keep in mind that this is not a decision that is made narratively, right? It's not the grandees deciding to, oh, the heretics of the East, we need to oppress them. No, this is players sitting down and thinking, hey, what do you think would make for an interesting story? How do you think we should change the rules of the game? And talking it out and deciding, okay, this is the most interesting thing we can do. This is the most reasonable thing we can do. So it's not something that we do for role-playing, but as players, as human beings playing a game. This is what we're doing. If you want more information, there should be a link pinned in chat that can lead you to our World Anvil page to give you a bit more info on the premise of this dynasty. So, with that out of the way, I have for you a short summary. Thank you, Vaspir. I have a short summary provided by our amazing mod, That Which Lurks, to recap what happened previously in the previous episode of the Bloodscale Dynasty. So, previously in the Bloodscale Dynasty, in the reign of Monarch Vanya the Loser, who reigned in the years 1048 and 1049. Deposed Monarch Luda got used to farm her life, but Vanya, their well-read child, once heir of Queen Zoya, bitterly obsessed over their family's lost legacy. They dreamed of a return to the heydays of Eastern rule, of before their parents left the palace. So when countesses came and proposed putting them, the last true Bonworth, on the throne, Vanya eagerly left behind their bloodletting career. The brutal coup against Queen Arceta brought backlash from her native south. A witch hunt was called against the usurper. Skirmishes resumed over the contested bloodlands. Arceta's massive coin minting led to a famine, as bread became unaffordable. Vanya had a new currency created and Arceta's made worthless, solving hyperinflation but erasing all life savings. Riots exploded. After admirers of Thomas Greensleeves, a previous bandit, tried robbing the monarch, martial law was declared, containing chaos but strangling whatever trade was left. And trade plummeted from something like 10-10-9 to what you see now. Ignoring Vanya's shouts that they did what had to be done, the Grandees rebelled. The patricians followed. Having failed to indebt Vanya, they turned on their occasional ally and let southerners through the bloodlands. Bribes and shaky political marriage bought the count's loyalty, yet they let the coast's royal bombard shell the besieged capital. The desperate weaponization of Timian Spox eating the city wasn't enough. The palace fell. As they fled with Spymaster Shay, Vanya reflected on the count's cowardice. They may have only been using them like an expendable peasant to take the blame for managing the crisis. Eastern chivalry was dead. Only Shay was loyal. Monarch and Spymaster were caught and beheaded. As they were marched to their fate, Vanya kept silent. Nothing remained to say. The last true Bonworth would be remembered as the loser of the War of the Penniless. Their reign started and ended in blood, leaving a kingdom ruined by the calamitous recession. And that is what happened last time in the Bloodscale Dynasty. Please give a big round of applause to That Which Lurks for providing this awesome freaking summary. This always helps so much getting back into the thick of things. So the kingdom is now ruined, as you might see, and in full-fledged economic crisis. The calamitous recession is here. Trade has never been so low. Will Monarch Vargas be able to bring things back to a normal place? Well, we'll see. Let's start with the coronation. And then I'll introduce you to Monarch Vargas in a little bit. First of all though, let me give you a first little bit of introduction to Monarch Vargas of the South. Welcoming a new Chancellor. Chancellor Reginald has now gone back to the East again. And now we have Chancellor Byrne coming in. Chancellor Byrne is, of course, a shortened name. Their full name is May I burn eternally in the seventh hell if I stray away from the ninth sword. Oh, hell yeah, shiny. So, yeah. Yeah, that's their full name. That might remind you of another similarly named character in the King of the Castle universe, aka Discworld. Oh, there might be some Discworld influence, but it's actually inspired by another character in King of the Castle, which is Smote Lemongrave, right? That has similarly long name. Yeah, Prince of Foxes, please, if you are role-playing, clearly mark it as RP, either by, like, brackets or whatever. Yeah, exactly, that's the full name. Thank you, Vaspir. Esoteric Sayobi, holy shit! The Monarch is dead, long live the Monarch, and thank you so much for the 500 bits. Long live you. God, thank you. It's really appreciated. Jesus, thank you for the kindness. What a boss. So yeah. May I burn eternally in the seventh hell if I stray away from the ninth sword, aka Chancellor Byrne, which, as you might imagine, has been picked among the ranks of the true believers. Your Majesty, you may have narrowly won the throne from Monarch Vanya, but you must still answer to the council. I love this, right? Like, this is a clear reference, and also this is custom text, right? This is a clear reference to the winning the vote by one, the election vote by one. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And this is by Morgrim. As is tradition, we'll decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Let's get this over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Yes, we shall. So, what can we do here? Post a lavish ceremony in the south? Nope. That's not a thing that we're... Oh god, that's actually very appealing. Force the commoners to swear blood oath? No. That's actually the thing that we want the least here. We might do that. Why not? Definitely not blood oath. No. Yeah, that's the one that we want the least. Oh, you want to put on a vast banquet for me? I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Thanks again, Sayobi, really. Who's voting D? A bunch of people, apparently. Very selfless people. That's great. Oh my god, this is super close and super split. Look at that. Also, I love how there are some vague regional lines, right? A bunch of counts voted for A. Most patricians voted for C. Most grandees voted for D. The counts are the most split here. And it's a... Oh my god, it's a tie? 13 to 12? Oh my god, are we starting with a tie already, almost? 13 to 12 if you have not voted. We'll contribute food. Same thing as a Turkish Sayobi, please. If you can, mark your RP as RP with either putting it in quote marks or putting RP in brackets next to your message, you know? Just make sure that it's very clear that you are role-playing, even though it might be already from the words that you're typing. Alright, 14 to 12. Counting down from 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 0. Fuck it, the ninth god can have this one, yeah. Vargas became monarch with a near tie, and we're gonna ensure every single vote during this reign is the same. Please no. It is decided the monarch will be thrown in the river. Let me get changed out of my nice robes. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River. hurling you into the shallow water with a sheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? What's the river rate now? That I did? Oh, I see. No worries. What's the river rate? All right, that's a good coronation in my book. Good stuff. Council introduction. Let's see who we get to meet. Yeah, no worries. The 9th has smiled upon us. Simple coffee, hey. And our plans have come to fruition. Verily, there is much to celebrate. Now remember your duty. You must ensure that the Grandee's interests are enforced throughout the kingdom. What if I governed for the good of the whole kingdom, huh? You gave me your word that you would serve our interests. To break that promise would be most dishonorable. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. By the way, could you please remind me which family Vargas is from? Because I have a vague remembrance that it might be from the Simple Coffee family, but I might be wrong. Hello, Simple Coffee. 62.5%. That's a good one. Yeah. It's yours, right? That's really cool. Then I remember well. I had a feeling that it might be the same family, but I didn't want to see it because they didn't want to seem stupid. That's really cool. Nice. Oh, it says Blade Song. I need to change that. Would you be so kind? Yeah, would you be so kind as to leave a note for me on Discord so I can edit it at the end of the stream? Thank you. Hell yeah. Yeah, you fixed it, Esoteric Sayobi. Thank you. Alright, let's introduce ourselves to the Counts of the East. Skeleton recognition, hello. In order to finally make your acquaintance, your grace, may you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. And finally, to the patricians of the coast. Bonkle, it is. A pleasure, your august majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And with that, the introductions are done. That's interesting. Yeah, the ghost. I need to talk to some inquisitors here. Kerosene, what are you doing? Thank you so much. Jesus. What's up with you? Thank you so much for the 200 more bits. Thank you. Coming in like a true boss. Like, not showing up for a bunch of streams and then be like, oh yeah, hi. Bam bam bam. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. This looks like it's indeed a ghost, yeah. The council immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will they be a good little monarch and do as they're told? Morgrim always scheming. Too early to tell. But I have a bad feeling. We should have a backup plan just in case. Hey King Israel, how you doing? Got number 1 2 years in a row? Hell yeah. And thank you for joining. Alright. And now we have the path to victory. So I can tell you a little bit more about Monarch Vargas. But first, let's welcome in the new Spy Master. This one has, you know... This one has... Oh god, I don't know how to speak English anymore. Big boots to fill in, you know? Yeah, Shay is gone. Shay has died. And Spymaster Poppy, you have big boots to fill in. Let's see if you can live up to your predecessor's standards. Yeah, Shay was the GOAT. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, Vaspir suggested his name. I think it's lovely. It's really good. Poppy's in the flower, yeah. Yeah, Shay was absolutely murdered. Lelkatlan, hey, welcome back in. Happy to see you, and thank you so much for the 14 freaking months. That's over a year, and that's impressive. And I appreciate every single one of them. Thank you so much. Good evening to you. I am incredibly exhausted due to work and thesis, but I am also incredibly excited to be playing and to see you. How are you doing? Poppy will never be shamed. Never say never. We'll see. That name doesn't strike fear as Shay did? Not yet. Does the bird remain the same? I would say so. The bird has to be the same, right? Like, the bird is the real spy master. We should do King of the Castle one shot with Kaji speaking Italian. I think that would get boring after 5 minutes, because probably would have no idea what I'm saying. Alright, let's go. Give her a break, yeah. Your Majesty, you've claimed the throne first in battle and then by politics. Now, how do you plan to keep it? And once again, custom words by Morgrim. Every custom thing you see written down in events has been done by Morgrim. So, thank you for doing this, Morgrim. This is really cool. Love to learn a little Italian. I can give you lessons. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I'm sure you'll nail that thesis. I hope so, Kathleen. I have one shot, so. Hand signs? Oh, I'd be down to that. Exactly, Marid. So, I have a very clear idea of who Vargas is. So, who is Vargas? Vargas was introduced as a celebrated pious pilgrim. A celebrated pious pilgrim. So that means that they are very pious, right? Because they went around, so they probably traveled all across the south to a bunch of different pilgrimage sites. And they're also very famous, right? To be celebrated as a pilgrim, usually pilgrims are very, very humble and very, not that well known. But this one is a celebrated one, so probably it was a big deal when they were traveling around. People know them all across the south, and maybe outside of the south. They were also introduced as a champion duelist, which makes me think that they probably dueled a few people over matters of faith, right? Vargas and the Pious Pilgrim is a really good band name. Oh, that's awesome, Hyena. Thank you. I'm gonna probably read it tomorrow, because that's usually how it goes when people post stuff during the stream. I end very late, then go to bed, and the following day I read stuff. But hell yeah, thank you. Yeah, there probably was a miracle. Good point. But yeah, they probably dueled a bunch of people over matters of faith. And if they are a champion, it means they won most, if not all, of those duels. Esoteric Sayobi, Vargas is they, them, uses they, them pronouns. I wouldn't say Crusader. I would say duelist is okay, right? Astral, it's they, them. One very important thing about Vargas is that Vargas is a pious individual and, most importantly, is part of the True Believers. They are definitely not part of the Orthodox part of the Church of the Ninth. It's they, them, but Kane. Busy during the almost schism of the True Believers? Exactly. And they were fighting on the True Believers' side, right? Which is probably why they were celebrated, if you think about it. Because, the True Believers needed champions in that moment. Yeah. Was probably going to be a saint. I don't know if it's going to be saint, but there's definitely going to be faith. Electri, it's they, them. Can we please give a timeout to the next person who types he in chat, because I'm done repeating this. Daughters to be nuns for the 9th? I mean, it's up to you. I respect Vargas for growing a beard, even though that means they'll get hemmed all the time. Mood. Yeah. It could be pinned? Yeah, thank you. I mean, Esoteric Sayobi, you know what's the funny thing? It's pinned right here. If people just stopped looking at character, at the portrait, and learned that king is he, him, queen is she, her, and monarch is they, them, you would think that people would know these after almost 2 years that we played this game every week, multiple times a week. You would think people would know that. It's pinned right here. Yeah, exactly. They are right here. No. He, him is king, she, her is queen, and they, them is monarch. That's the trick. Yeah, no worries, trash. Alright, so I think that Vargas is definitely gonna... Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, true believer. And yeah, I think that they are going to be following their faith, right? Yeah. Thank you, Vesper. It's a frog? No. Most of their duels were over misgendering? Probably, yeah. So yeah, as a saint, it's not necessarily gonna be saint. I need to, like, it's gonna depend on how it goes, right? But, like, the initial idea is following faith and following the word of the 9th. The church will love you, I suspect, but will anyone else? I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's faith as much as possible. It's in a really bad spot. So let's go. Exactly, Lemon Square. Alright, let's go. It slips the mind since monarch means either he or she rather than neither usually. Unlike how there's words like context. I mean, in outside of the game, you mean, right? Yeah. Andre, oh hell yeah, it worked. Andre. Oh look, of the Northwind family. Ajetha, you finally have a relative here. Eccentric Eastern hunter leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch Vargas wears the crown. By the way, Morgrim, remember that there was a suggestion to edit this bit here? I think we could do that. Of course, if it's something that you can do it and if you have time for it. But yeah, Counts of the East, it is your time to vote. What do you want to do to overthrow Monarch Vargas? Do you want to try to find a doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance? Do you want to offer them ascension, trying to lower your own faith? Or do you want to possess them, trying to lower your own defiance? I couldn't think of a good phrasing. Okay, I see. We can talk about that. You want to offer them ascension? And then my brain melted. Yeah, no worries. Wow. Hey, Pasnik Prime, how you doing? Wow, okay. You want to offer a Grandy 9th ascension. Interesting choice. Who am I to know all my relatives? The Counts plan to induct the monarch into their secret cult and offer them immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance their scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Easy peasy. Gillim of the Oriana lineage. Hot, kinda hot, not gonna lie. Eccentric political mastermind stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. Praise be! Vargas now sits the throne, and the Grandies are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose them. Do we stay loyal to the new monarch, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Grandies of the South, what do you want to do here? Do you want to be loyalists and try to help the monarch? Do you want to Use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard and try to raise authority. Or do you want to try to excommunicate the monarch and lower stability? Oh, hell yeah, Pasnik. Good stuff. Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm a loyal Grandy, that's good. Gotta support my kin, that makes sense. Look at that. Yeah, that's a bunch. That's very loyal. Wow. Those voting for C are Orthodox, wanting a true believer off the throne. 100%. Yes. Apparently, there's no Orthodoxes or Orthodox people here. Ninth-least Orthodox is what I mean. Okay, let's go. Loyalist it is indeed. That settles it then. Glory to the monarch and glory to the ninth god. But we can always change our minds. If Vargas ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of them the old-fashioned way. The Granny's goal is to aid the monarch by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. But you can still rebel. Yeah, it looks like it, Amy. We have Agrippa here, of the Mito Novas family. Stubbornly determined claimant scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Stubbornly determined claimant. That's really good, Morgan. This might remind you of someone. By the way, is the portrait the same? Is it the same portrait? It's the same. Wait, what? Same name, same portrait, new family. See? There you go. There you go. We found out that House Lowen's is related to House Fossilor in some way, apparently. Yeah, he's working with his other relatives this time. Yeah, stubbornly determined claimant. Time to rebrand, yeah. Fellow patricians of the coast, we secured the support of half the kingdom and failed by only the narrowest of margins. This is so good. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I love it. Fellow patricians of the coast, we secured the support of half the kingdom and failed by only the narrowest of margins. Should the new monarch Vargas falter, we stand ready. Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do here to support Agrippa again? Do you want to start an uprising and trying to raise the treasury? Do you want to accrue a monopoly trying to raise your own trade? Or do you want to spread corruption just like sparse corruption does and lower authority? What do you want to do here? It might be the case, Amy, yeah. Yeah, you almost didn't vote first. Lemon Square was almost faster than you. Last time was conspiracy? Oh, interesting. Alright, so it's either uprising or corruption. 4 to 5. 5 to 5? Counting down from 5. 4. If you have not voted, vote now. Absolutely. 3. Patricians, vote. 2. Otherwise, it's gonna be 50-50. 1. And 0. Oh my god. It is uprising. The patricians plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the monarch before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So we have an embittered author, an ambitious vassal, and a recurring thorn. That's so good. That is so good. I love it, Morgrim. I love it. Recurring thorn is incredible. Abdullah, welcome in and thank you for joining. You are a Count of the East. I love this. This is amazing. Alright, let's go. Let's see which laws I cannot pick. I can pick everything! What? What's up with this? I want more ties, so let's go with Call for Unity. Absolutely, let's do this. Agrippa and Vargas clearly developed their rivalry as the council argued and voted around them for the next monarch. Right? That's really cool. Alright. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, enough with the crabs. Enough with the crabs. Enough with the crabs. We're gonna burn to the stake whoever is trying to sell us crabs, alright? Now I'm imagining Agrippa becoming monarch, losing the throne, and turning up his claimant again. I know it's astronomically unlikely, but I hope it happens. Oh, Jesus. Well, let's do a new baby first. I mean, they really love their crabs, Dragon Pit. A new baby. Lurks, hello! Greetings, your holiness. Some fine news from my peasants in the south. A baby has been born on your birthday bearing your birthmark in the ship of the number 9. A fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion? Of course we should. Of course. I mean, we should absolutely either send our blessings or give the parents a jewel of fine wine. No blessings. I would say we should send our blessings, right? Sonic, hello and welcome in. This is unfortunately episode 8 in the same dynasty, so you cannot pick your region. So you ended up in the Counts of the East. There you are. How you doing? Exactly, Kane, right? This is an omen from the 9. For the pious pilgrim. Guess I'm a warlock now? Indeed you are. Alright, looks like it's gonna be sending the blessings. People agree, except for the counts. 17 to 7, this might be how it ends. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 just to make sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 18 to 7. 9th, bless you, your majesty, that's too kind. There is another matter. They asked permission to name the baby after you. What do you think, your highness? Of course, the more Vargas, the more Varg ass, the better. The more Varg ass, the better. Can you please disregard the family name for the petition claimant? I didn't consent. Yeah, if you don't want to be involved. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, let's assume they're Lowen's trying to take on a different family name. No worries. Give me a second. I am pleased to announce you that I have just won a Zen fountain.
Una fontana di sassi. Come si dice in inglese fontana di sassi? Fontana è troppo carino, fontana di sassi.
Fountain made of rocks. A rock. Yeah, that's. I just won this apparently.
Imagine Molotov that drink from this.
No, Molotov is not gonna drink from this. No.
Yes.
No, it's gonna be a mess. No, we're not gonna do this.
All my colleagues.
People are saying hi.
They are 10 people.
Okay. Okay. I guess we're gonna do it. Ciao.
Ciao. Fatto giù un Molotov quindi.
Ok.
Raggiungono sti sassi.
Ti salutano, No, levalo. Alright, sorry about that. Congrats on your prize, I guess. Are you feeling zen yet? Nah, I need the water. But yeah, I'm sure that's gonna help while I write my thesis. Yeah, Molotov supping up on the stone fountain, right? Exactly. Yeah, this will help. This will help. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it helps. So, yeah, the more Vargas, the better, we were saying. Wonderful! I'll have my housekeeper give them the good news. Granny that which lurks hers away. A child of the south named for you. Who knows what sort of person this baby will become? Probably someone horrible. You can only hope you're around to see it. So, let's do Honor Guard. Let's do Honor Guard. Your August Majesty, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale to choose your Honor Guard? And of course, it's sparse corruption. Of course. Of course it is. No, we cannot throw the baby into the river. Cryptid in the closet. Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. How are you doing? You are a Grandy. If you let us host it in the coast, I'll even pay for it. The spectacle will boost our economy massively, and of course I'm confident the coastal gladiators will win. Your Majesty, this is pointless. Why don't you just choose your honor guard and have done with it? Let me think, what would Vargas do here? Yeah, right? Corruption offering to spend money. That sounds good. Doing very well. Lovely to hear that, Cryptid. Happy to see you. Welcome in. Could be a good show, right? Vargas. What would Vargas do? A battle royale. Are you sure they wouldn't try to compete? Definitely, definitely. It's a three-way duel? Yeah. Oh, also good point, Baspear. Thank you. Remember? Last time we had a different marshal too. We've had a bunch of new advisors, and last time we had Marshal Florin. Welcome in, Marshal Romela. Yeah. So Florin was an Eastern general. Romela was not. But they believe in the nuns to win. I think the way they see it is whoever wins is favored by the 9th. Alright, the 9th has a plan, so yeah, makes sense. It actually makes sense for this. Instead of choosing. Yeah, old Marshal died in battle. Yeah, last stream was a massacre, yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, Sparse. Excellent, I'll begin organizing the event at once. A week later, you receive word that a battle royale is due to begin, held of course in the coastal arena. You travel down to spectate, along with a horde of murder fans from across the kingdom. Welcome one and all, today's competitors are Eastern Knights of the Order of the Round Rose, Champion Gladiators from the Coastal Arena, and the Grandies Battlelands from the Sisterhood of Steel. Will you support your August Majesty? Do I have to support anyone? You're still so fucking rich. Do I have to support anybody? Yes, I do. Huh. I would support probably either the nuns or the gladiators. Just given how, just due to the rebellion. I think probably the nuns though, yeah. Would it be the gladiators for some reason? No, it would be the nuns, yeah. I think our coastal gladiators will surprise you. The bell rings. The battleman leaps forward, her sword flashing. The gladiator deflects with his shield, grunting with the effort. The gladiator backs away straight into the range of the knight's sword. She swings, a flash of gleaming steel, but he somehow dodges, leaving a thin red scar across his torso. The three fighters dart back and forth, almost too fast for your eye to follow. Once, twice, a blade finds its mark, blood sprays, and finally someone stands victorious. Did it bug out? Oh god. Oh god, what's going on? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The game is frozen on my end. I don't think you can see it, right? Yeah, it's not working. I have not touched this. Yeah, give it a second. We're waiting on the program to respond here. I might have to close and reopen. Too many mods. The event was mentioned in the past as having several bugs. Aha, interesting. It looks like it's kind of loading to me here. Like it's doing something. The Battle Royale was one of the buggier events yet. Ah, shit. Okay. No, it's not answering. So we might have to close it and restart and reopen it. Yeah, it's not. It's not moving. Yeah, it's not moving at all. Yeah, let's, I would say let's close the game and restart it real quick. Because it's not budging at all. So, let's do this. Let's close it. I mean, in the end, what matters is that we kill the music. Isn't it? And boom. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Come on, launch. All right. We just diverge into two timelines. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, they're still fighting. All right. We need to get the doctor. Probably. That would probably help, yeah. Where's my coffee? Alright, let's continue. Yeah, let's attempt. No speedrun, but let's attempt. Let's continue. Let's go. Where's my simple coffee? It is simple. There's not even sugar in it. Alright, let's go. You can still join. Yeah, decaffeinated coffee. Alright, let's try these again. So we said, hold the battle royale. We're going to be... I'm gonna try the same thing, alright? We're gonna with the battle nuns. And then we're gonna watch the fight. It just bugs out. So yeah, this bugs out again. The game really doesn't want sparse corruption to spend money. So yeah, apparently no battle royale for us. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, I might try to support a different since like it takes like a minute and a half to do a test, maybe 2 minutes. So I'm gonna say let's try a different contestant. Like, or for the court wizards, do you know if having it selected if a different contestant changes anything? Oh, different contest, you mean? Yeah. Let's continue. I'm working on it. Please give me time. This is not a bug I have seen before. Okay, okay. I mean, let's do one more try. Right? Let's try this. Alright, join in. Everybody join in. We're currently trying to fix the problem. We're stuck in a time loop, yeah. It's Groundhog Day, except it's Battle Royale Day. Would I be spared if I don't join? Oh god, I have no idea, sparse corruption. That would probably be messing with the timeline. Alright. Where are my grandies? Grandies, have you disappeared? Alright, let's go. Yeah, no worries, Morgrim. No worries at all. I mean, let's do the crabs in the meantime, right? Also, welcome! A new treasure! Treasure Yena! And look who it is. It is indeed Swede. The latest crab. Oh yeah, we're getting ads. Yeah, good point. Good point. I mean, we're gonna keep going, and then once the ads start, I'm gonna stop for a second and use the restroom. But let's go. Swede, this might be it for you. Lord Patrician on Swede is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you the latest crab. But yeah, welcome in Treasurer Yena, and thanks Vaspir for the name. Who keeps falling for this? These ones have ruby red shells, with some claiming they represent the blood spilled by the ninth as he drowned the third in the Ghost Sea. This couldn't be more perfect. Oh my god. Who keeps falling for these? I might buy these. I suspect it might be an attempt to appeal to the eastern and southern markets. Very well, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you, these crabs will only go up in value. God, I'm actually tempted. It's like a relic, basically. Yeah, their marketing team did their job well. We might actually do this. The Blood Crab Dynasty. Oh god. Oh! We're having ad break. Ad break it is. I'm gonna be taking a 2.5 minute break, 3 minute break, and then we're gonna be back. So yeah. I'll see you in 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minute restroom break. See you in 3 minutes. Alright, welcome back everybody, and thank you so much for sticking around. So, how is it going here? The Crab Dynasty, yeah. Okay, let's go. So, I am kind of tempted by these, you know? This could be seen as a sign. Oh my god, look at that last option. This feels blasphemous. I'll make the sale of blood ruby crabs illegal. Oh, that's also very good. He's so honest. Yeah, those are very good. And lo, Saint Vargas did face the temptation of some sweet-ass crabs. The thing is, I just looked down at the traits that I wrote down. And it's just too perfect. And the response is going to be, I'll make the sale of blood ruby crabs illegal. Yeah. No, the trait is not loves crabs in the color red. No. No. They are so cool, but they are also heresy. Of course, such a drastic measure will require a vote. You summon your council at once. Heresy must be confronted. If they are so holy, they shouldn't be used as a commodity to buy and sell. No. No. And I'm actually gonna veto these. We're gonna freaking ban the sale of blood ruby crabs. There you go. First act of Monarch Vargas. We must allow the heresy. No, we won't. We won't. No. No. Let's say vote and more forced decision. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do this often, but when a monarch is very opinionated, I do not hesitate from using... I do not shy away from using veto in these kind of votes. Oh, look at that. The patricians are the people who are voting the most to ban the sale of the crabs. That's interesting. Okay, now I'm curious, Morgrim. They might just sell them illegally, and then we will burn them. Now that the sale of blood ruby crabs is illegal, the pinchy little creatures are more valuable than ever. The pinchy little creatures, really? Gangs of crab smugglers spring up along the coast, murdering each other over profitable reefs. Thousands of fishermen start hunting crabs instead of the fish that sustains the coastal diet. Well, that's not great. Alright. Can I proceed now? Oh no, we got a bug. That I cannot fix right now. It's really good though, Morgrim. Let's see if the game lets me continue. God damn it, come on. Can I please play the game tonight? This is the map bug, we know this. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I know it's that one, but you cannot click it from above. You have to click it from below. If it doesn't display from below, you have to play an event, and then it fixes itself, and then you can click it. Your Serene Highness, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale? Blah blah blah. So, should I try one more battle royale, or should I just skip it? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I'm specifically asking to my court wizards to see if they found out something. Like less violent contest, maybe. Found out nothing. I couldn't find anything, but I think skip. Okay. If Shiny so Shiny, do you think that picking a different candidate is gonna change anything? No, right? Probably not. Okay. So I'm gonna try to go for a less violent contest then, and see what happens. Alright? By the 9th. Where's the fun in that? I won't be funny if you're going down that route. Well. Well, god damn it. This is so silly. What would Vargas do in this situation? On second thought. I mean, I think that it's not going to change anything, right? Like, if I do it now, I don't think it's going to change anything. Well, I'm going to wait for confirmation for one last time from my wizards. Do you think there's a chance it got fixed by doing that workaround? If not, I'm just going to pick it as normal. You think there's a chance? No idea. Shiny? Any idea? I don't see a shiny, so might be specifically because Eastern Knights are an option and the image has been put up twice. Oh, I don't think so. Okay, choose as normal. Then you know what we're gonna be doing? I'm gonna roll a dice. I'm gonna roll a die and simulate that we've had a battle royale. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So rolling 1d6. 1 to 2 is Eastern Knights. 3 and 4 is Coastal Gladiators. 5 and 6 is Southern Knights. All right. How was the commands? Is it exclamation mark d6? A 2! It is the Eastern Knights then. There we go. By the 9th, Your Majesty, how could you choose them? I will make the arrangements at once. The Knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. There we go. Boom. The 9th chose them. Komari, welcome back. Rip. Rip. Rest in peace. Lazaro. Alright, everybody. Finally, we are at the first auction of the night. First auction of the night. It is time to spend your sweet, sweet money. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Boop! Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with A, wouldn't be bad. Lowering authority with B, would be bad. Lowering farming for the grandees with C, lowering stability with D. Raising farming for the patricians with E, and lowering faith for the patricians with F. Me personally, I'd love to see A and E. I'd love to see that. At Dragon Pete, you have 400 gold. I'm gonna let you know when there's 20 seconds, which is right now. Alright. And then when there's 10 seconds. 10 seconds left now, y'all. And then 5 seconds left, so spend your money, 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 spend your money. Spend your money, spend your money. What happened? Jesus, who built the prison? Who's this monster? Shiny, why would you do this to me? And Lemon building an aqueduct. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So, raising farming and lowering stability. Look at the patricians. Huh. Yeah, stability is going down, 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 down. Invasion? What? What do you mean, invasion? What do you mean, invasion? The crawlers? And crop blight too? Oh, Vargas is so cursed. The British are coming. Let's start with this, which is the tamest of them. Good point, Shiny. Good point. Your Majesty, it's important you find his spouse sooner rather than later. Give me Hot Man. Thank you. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the Grandees as you agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? Can we please welcome... Oh god, I forget the name. God, I forget the name. Koba. But this is not Koba. What's the name of the heir? Please, of Lazarus' heir. Somebody please help me here. Raziela. Raziela is the name. Yeah, there we go. Please welcome Raziela to Kala. To the council. Yeah, I remembered before I saw that in chat. I'm smart. No, Shiny, no, you shouldn't. No. He might have been Kane. Yeah. Huh. Good point, sweet. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Could be eels? What? Raziela, welcome to the council. Can I squash this bug? No, I cannot. Let's start with the crop blight first. Pardon me, Your Grace, but a terrible blight has been affecting a barley crop in the east. And what can we do about it? It breaks my heart, Your Highness, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise the affected crops. Hopefully they will contain the spread, though it'll mean a hard winter. Don't listen to these ignorant serfs, Your Grace. Amy, you are so perfect. You are so Ajetha is the perfect person to be saying this. They are overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause far more famine than it would prevent. Oh no. We cannot even pray. We are not going to consult a witch. We are not going to consult a witch, y'all. Let's ask a witch instead. No, we're not listening to a witch. What are you talking about? No. That's heresy, Vaspir. What are you talking about? Oh my god, look at the counts voting in block on B. Grandies, where are you? Grandies, I want to see your votes. We do not want this light to spread out of the east. That's a good point. Oh my god, look at this, so close! 15 to 14? What the fuck? 16 to 14? Alright, I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. If you haven't voted, vote now, because this can still be tied. So, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 16 to 15, 2, 16 to 16, 1, 17 to 16, and 0. Oh my god, this was so close. This was so freaking close. 17 to 16 in the last 2 seconds. Wow. Yeah, the witch would have probably been the smartest option, but Vargas is never gonna ask a wizard or a witch. You had me at burning, yeah. Wow. Over the next week, fields full of barley go up in smoke. Farming in the east is devastated, but the blight is defeated. Of course, the counts grumble that they weren't given enough time to protect their investments. Yeah, good point, Mariad. That sounds like a smart decision. Alright. And now I'm sure that we're done with the bad news. I am sure. Of course, it's Fassbeer. Your Majesty, we're being overrun. Not by sword and spear, mind you, but by arrowroot. A particularly violent breed of Ashmedian arrowroot, to be precise. It grows so fast that its mothers are forced to death. The very same forest we used to hunt for game. Thousands of native species could be at risk. The council must do something. Oh god. The east is so fucked. It's just nature taking its course. Call a great calling. I mean, I am of the opinion that we should go A or D. A or D. I am of the opinion we should go A or D. Either try to outsmart the plant or just use fire. It worked fine last time, so why not? Right? Right? Yeah, exactly. We'll just take some fire and push it over there. It worked the other time. Why shouldn't it work now? I'm sure it's gonna be fine. What's next? Talking crabs? Watch out what you say. Wow. Introduce a new species to prey on the arrowroot. It looks like it's gonna be winning. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, this is definitely not this season, yeah. Introduce a new species to prey on the arrowroot. Alright. You search far and wide for a suitable predator for the arrowroot before settling on a species of sturdy Ashmedian goat, which you import in vast numbers. What could go wrong? 60% chance is not good odds. Yeah, of course. Holy shit! The East dropped 5 farming in 1 turn. May I invite you to look at the title of the stream once more? Unfortunately, the scheme does little to help. The goats fail to control the already abundant arrowroot, which continues to propagate. Though it eventually settles into an ecological niche and stabilizes without spreading to other regions, the new balance comes at the Abbey Coast to the east. Well, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good. Hidden deep in the spider's web of alleys crisscrossing Thalassus is an old tavern. Somewhere in its hazy backrooms are a number of patricians all deep in their cups. It's not enough. The citizens don't care enough. Don't care less. Couldn't care less about the monarch or their hoarded wealth. How are we supposed to incite an uprising in this climate? Improbably, Kate? Sorry. And kinda, we should start by ensuring the monarch actually has some wealth to flaunt. A shame the monarch seems determined to be destitute. Perhaps they're just really bad with money. Might be. The patricians seem to raise the treasury to 2,000 or more. At least we got more goats. Ristar, welcome and thank you for joining. You are a Randy. Welcome in. So I have two. One of the edicts that is active is Financial Oppression East. This has been passed by the Grandees tonight, so I have to cruel tax the counts. Alright? Fair warning, I do like to RP. Fair warning, you might be in the right place. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, by the way? But yeah, this is an RP zone. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of RP going on. You can RP either here in chat, in which case I would invite you to please clearly signal that what you're writing is in RP. So either in quote marks or put in RP in bracket at the start or end of your sentence, or on our Discord server, which is where most of the RP happens, and there are special dedicated sections for that. Alright. Quello mi serviva, ma ok. Alright. Okay, this should work. Give me a second. My phone just dropped dead. Okay. Ow. So yeah, if you have any questions, one more thing for the RPers, for the role players here. If you follow the link at info, right? !info. That's gonna lead you to our World Anvil page that has all the relevant intro info for this dynasty's RP, for this dynasty's premise rather. So yeah, that one exactly. Thank you for pinning it. Take a look at that, and that should tell you. That should tell you what you need to know. To get started, if you have more questions, feel free to ask, and the community is going to be more than happy to answer. So what do we do here? We need money. We go to 1,500 like this. My dear Grandees, this is a dire situation. Oh god, do I have to cruel tax the Grandees? This sucks. Would Vargas do it? Vargas would probably do it actually on the Grandees, because they think that the Grandees know what sacrificing for the good of the people means. I think they would do it. Exactly, Grandees love being charitable. Precisely. Oh, Molotov went by. Oh, there you go. There's Molotov. Yeah. I think they would do it. I think they would do it. Jesus, this is so bad. Crab smuggling, a prediction, and eligible options. Let's deal with the crabs first. Greetings, Your Majesty. Ever since the sale of those god-blood crabs was outlawed, crab smugglers are damn near taking over the coast. To make matters worse, the local sheriffs are so deep in the smugglers' pockets, they might as well be lint. But I made the sale of crabs illegal. You did, Your Majesty. That's why I'm calling them smugglers and not legitimate businessmen. Rival smugglers are murdering each other on the beaches. It's carnage out there. Well, that's not good. Strongly worded reprimand. Yeah, sure. Legalize it? No. Ask the church to send some inquisitors focused solely on crab-related crime? Oh my god. Hire a wizard? No. Y'all, this is our opportunity. Let me spend that money. C is so perfect. C is absolutely perfect. Yeah, that is absolutely custom text. Is it like which one is the normal one? Appoint a trustworthy. Oh right, the sheriffs. You're right. That's the one. Ask the church to send some inquisitors focus solely on crab-related crime. The crab inquisitors. The crab-quisitors. The crab. Imagine being a crab-quisitor as a job. You know? Imagine doing that as your job. That's so good. Crab-quisitor. Crab-quisitor Frank. Visiting the coast. Injured inquisitors as light duties? I don't know. This sounds like a tough one. The crabquisition. This is so good. All right, I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. It's 13 to 12, so if you haven't voted, definitely vote now. Counting down from 5, 4. This can still be tied. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's tied. And 0. It actually tied at 13. I cannot fucking believe this. Well, we're sending the Inquisition. We're sending the Inquisition. The Inquisition. I mean, I'm always slow to close votes. I cannot be accused of doing it to my favor. I do it always. Nobody expects the Crab Inquisition? Really, yeah. The new Crab Squad proved... The Crab Squad? Why does it have to be Crab Squad? Think about the trade? No, no. Nat Zone, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. You are a Grandee of the South, and you are one of the most rich. Well, that's great. The new Crab Squad proves a great success, arresting dozens of crab smugglers, not crabs, okay, within their first month. They invite you to personally inspect their confiscated goods, proudly showing off a glittering heap of ruby crabs, tall as a house. You watch solemnly as they are set on fire. The smell is delicious. Natson, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, I hope you're doing well. This is so funny. Did you write this, Morgrim? Did you write this? Fire for the crabs indeed. You modified this. This is so good. This is so good. They invite you to personally inspect their confiscated goods, proudly showing off a glittering heap of ruby crabs tall as house. You watch solemnly as they are set on fire. The smell is delicious. This is so good. That's so good. Aw, thank God. Bug squashed. Thank you for doing this, Morgan. You watch solemnly as they are set on fire? Oh, I see, I see. So they are set on fire and the smell is delicious in both cases. Good stuff. So, prediction it is. I don't think it's the first time Skeleton Organization is involved with this kind of stuff. I'm starting to feel it's like a scheme. Gustike, or I don't know if that's how I pronounce your name, but Ghost, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? You are a Grandee of the South. Your Highness, excellent news from beyond the sky. As your Grace knows, I'm an amateur astronomer. Skeletal precognition. I have seen that a solar eclipse is on its way, visible from the east. We must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the dark sun and experience this once-in-a-lifetime event. God above, nay, an eclipse is a warning from the ninth god, a sign that the kingdom has fallen into shadow. All the nobles start talking at once, some are excited, some horrified, but all are very loud. Well? We need to absolutely focus on holy protection against the eclipse. Can I be honest? Look at this kingdom's stats. They are fucking abysmal. Look at this trade. Look at this farming that dropped from 7 to 2 in the span of one season. We are fucking cursed. We need holy protection. If we don't get holy protection, this eclipse is gonna fucking destroy this kingdom. We need to get holy protection. That's my speech. We need to get holy protection if we don't want to fucking die horribly. It's just the AIQ? Okay. Doing good? Awesome. Happy to have you with us tonight. Oh no. Oh no. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? We need holy protection. We need the holy protection, everybody. It's 10 to 13. It's 10 to 13. I think I'm just gonna abstain. That makes sense. 10 to 14 here. Gonna join, but I'm not really in RP mood right now. Of course, no worries. But welcome in, kitty. Alright. Yeah, you can engage however you want, of course. I always say this. 10 to 15. Oh, we are so fucked. 10 to 17. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, you gotta restore a trade? Yeah, in the east. That makes sense. Encourage visitors to the east to witness the event. Go say IQ. Thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you with us. Yeah, just the south. By the 9th, you shouldn't be encouraging this nonsense. I haven't! As word gets out about the impending solar event, visitors from across the kingdom drift over to the east. We are so fucked. We are so doomed. We're so doomed. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. Yes, I know. Let's see them. So who are these hot hunks of man? They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Valentin, the eldest son of the Eastern Dust Dynasty. I'm not sure why the artist made him look so severe, just trick of the light perhaps. He's lost half the family fortune in gambling halls. Sin. From the coast we have Maurice, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Lemon Square's estate. He's got a reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness that's rare along the coast. He's also an obsessive collector of rare books. He'll splash out thousands for the right edition. He's an absolute fountain of energy. No one can keep up with him. But that's good. That's good. This is lovely. I'm a gambling man. This is lovely. I like the sound of him. And finally from the south, Sabino, the eldest son of the Rissar lineage. See that scar? He got that in the duel. He's always challenging people over some slight. Okay. Sin moves to the next option immediately. Yeah, I stopped reading. I literally stopped reading once I detected Sin. The only thing he cares for is his faith, which he places above all worldly concerns. Unfortunately, he lacks the common touch. The peasants have some terrible nickname for him. Not bad at all, though. Let me look at Sabino again, and then... No, let me look at the coastal candidate. Wealthy heir. Honesty and fair-mindedness is really good. Very important. Obsessive collector of rare books, he'll splash out thousands for the rare edition. He's an absolute fountain of energy, no one can keep up with him. That's good. Sounds like a pleasant fellow. Show me Sabino again. Eldest son of the Rooster lineage. Duelist. So yeah, that's a good common thing. And then we do Faith. But this thing about the peasants is what worries me, you know? Rare heretical books? I hope not. Faithful and duelist, but, you know, really disliked by peasants, which is a pretty important thing, I'm not gonna lie. Right? Like, while the other guy doesn't really have that much negative stuff. Can I see my son again? Of course. Here's your sinful Valentin. Exactly the kind of zealot you get from the Grandees, but not aligned to the state religion. The strong belief that clashes with other very similar strong beliefs. Yup. Disliked by the peasants. Doesn't mean you mistreat them, it means you're not killing them for bad mouthing you. Yeah, but still. Yeah, it's definitely either Maurice or Sabino. We need a meme of Vargas doing scene and stuff. I'm sure you can do it. God, it might be Sabino. The only thing that scares me now is the idea that Sabino might actually be an Orthodox. So Maurice was collector of old books, and what else? Honest and stuff. I think it might be Maurice. You know? I feel like Maurice. Warpolotus, hello and welcome back. To stay celibate for the 9th. Oh god. Lecturer, please stop it. Stay celibate for the 9th. Don't marry for the 9th. I don't know. God, this is a really good point. I refuse to marry any of them. Fuck. But, you know, the traits are not so one-sided. Vargas needs allies for sure. What would Vargas do here? What would Vargas do? What would Vargas do? Like, the question here is, would Vargas Vargas, what would the 9th do? Yeah. That's a nice chain around lurk. But the question here is Vargas politically savvy enough to realize that they do need a marriage, most probably, right? Like, are they politically savvy enough that they would let this decision be taken by something that is not faith? Okay, can we time out Electri, please? I don't think so. Thank you, Margaret. I don't think so. Or is he all about love? I think it's actually faith. I think it's actually faith. Like, Maurice is really nice, but I don't think it would be the choice. So it would be either Sabino or staying celibate. Let me take a look at this option. I want to leave a life of chastity in honor of the ninth god. I think so. I think so. But is Sabine Orthodox? Yeah, that's the thing, right? That sounds kind of like... Yeah, I think it might be this. I think it's gonna be chastity. Yeah. I think it's gonna be chastity. Because that is a way to, this is a way to really set yourself up as someone who adheres to everything the ninth says, right? Even in the most radical way. Oh, it's alright, Murgrim. Let's do this, yeah. I want to live a life of chastity in honor of the ninth god. I'm sure the church will be very pleased with your show of devotion, but the nobles won't. They'll see it as an abandonment of your duty. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it. Alright. Thank you for sticking around. You know, I really love this freaking community. This is the only community in which we can spend like 30 minutes on a freaking event just to discuss the RP ramifications of it. I love this. Thank you so much for being here and for being awesome, everybody. I love this. I love it here. God, thank you for contributing to making this place fucking awesome. In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet in a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction. Lowborn all across my lands are rejecting the ninth god. Yes, and the tithe collectors don't dare knock at the door to my keep. Now we must not falter. If the monarch grows proud, we can offer them the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. 80-something years old? Jesus! Cannot say you are right, nor you are wrong, we shall see. There you go, Kane. Yeah. Yeah, hyena. So, what do we have here? Golden choice, which I cannot pick. Swing votes, anonymous voting. I think I'm gonna stick to this, yeah. Let's do this. Solar Discovery and Honorable Challenge. Infamous cuisine, okay. An honorable challenge, what is this? Let's take a look at the discovery first. Your Holiness, while scouting the east for a prime eclipse viewing spot, my servants discovered a portal. Esoteric Sayobi. Happy to make your acquaintance. It's a shimmering shadow hanging in the air, about the size of a door. We threw a rock in it and it returned as a slab of polished obsidian. Oh, old man Ephra would have loved this. What? That sounds like heresy. Naturally, I sent one of my servants through next. What? They saw a red wasteland beneath the sky whose color displayed description. I recall a tale from my childhood of such a land, where fairy beings give vast riches to those brave enough to visit. Riches, you say? This portal is on my land, so I have the rights to any riches it may contain. But I discovered it. Well, my servants did. Great treasure lies beyond, I'm sure of it. Whoever has the most money, probably Esoteric Sayobi, right? I think. No, 0. And Skeletal Rendition has 400. Well, my opinion. My opinion is whoever has the most money should hire an adventurer to explore. Absolutely. You're poor, you are infinitely richer than Esoteric Sayobi. If it's on a count's land, it belongs to a count? That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. But I like to see you debate. 10 to 7 to 8. Why are we having such close votes tonight? 11 to 7 to 8. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. 4. 11 to 9 to 9. 3. Vote now, this can still be tied. 2. 11 to 10. 1. 12 to 10. And 0. There you go. Oh, it could be the Bloodlands. Oh. The counts are delighted and start making preparations immediately. The kingdom awaits to hear what riches or horrors are within. Meanwhile, complaints from the Grandees grow as the eclipse draws nearer. Let's take a look at the cuisine here. Grandee Ryena, lovely here, comes to you bearing a covered tray. She uncovers it with a flourish. One of the chefs at our new prison started serving this delicious cheese to the inmates, but it went down so well that now peasants are flocking from all over to try it. They want to be arrested? Your Majesty, would you care to try some? Absolutely. The cheese is pungent, crumbly, and so strong that it makes your eyes water. Delicious. She watches you expectantly. Delicious. Praise the Ninth, I'm delighted you enjoyed. Trays of cheese are carted out and served to the assembled nobles. Many are enthusiastic, but Count Bombviewer II shakes his head in disgust. Dreadful! How can you bring this to us? It tastes like ancient mortar. How dare you! You insult the pride of the Grandees. Your Grace, please have this dreadful stuff taken away at once. Can we get cheese all over the country, please? Can we please have cheese all over the country? Can we have cheese spread all over the kingdom, as if the kingdom was a slice of bread? When did you taste it? Good point. Let's give the kingdom needs cheese. The kingdom needs cheese. Remind me to come back and quote that. To quote what? Is its way to the castle, it gives my vote and explains that I am confined to my bed until further notice. Oh no. Yeah, by the way, as a note, Ricer, keep in mind that long form RP, like continuous RP, continuous scenes, and long messages are mostly are better suited to Discord, because like during the stream it's really hard for, especially if you're interacting with the Monarch, because it's during the stream it's really hard for me to put up a show, think of what I'm trying to do, and try to read every message that is directed at me. Whereas the stuff that y'all post on Discord, I read everything. It might take me a couple days to catch up sometimes, but I read everything you post on Discord. I love that. I live for that lore. So if you want to make sure that I read something, definitely make a thread on Discord, and I'm gonna 100% read it. All right. Cheese it is. That's good. That's not to say you shouldn't post stuff in chat, but just, you know, I just don't want you to post stuff and then not have it read because I'm busy doing other stuff. I want to give what you write and your creativity the respect that it deserves, you know? Promote the southern cheese as a national food. Hunger for cheese spreads, and the prison becomes a culinary landmark. Chefs, not chiefs, make pilgrimages there to learn the recipe, and the dish is soon a staple all across the kingdom. You're served cheese for breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, supper, and even the occasional midnight snack. Your coronaries are not happy. You can hardly turn around without smelling it. You'd absolutely kill for a nice plain apple crumble. Well, it's not good. Well, that's good. Chile's cheese and pizza. It's perfect. It's the land of dream. It's the land of dream. Your Highness, this lily-livered loiter sack has besmirched my honor. He spread rumors that my sword is a fake. Which lily-livered loiter sack are you talking about? That honorless dog, Sonic of the Counts. Sonic Go of the Counts. What's so special about your sword? Why, it was once wielded by Saint Bertrand, of course, back in the 4th century. Okay. I would duel him to regain my honor, as any grandee should, but Count Sonic Go would not accept without your express permission. Now hold on a minute, this is a matter of respect. We can't be dueling in Monarch Vargas' throne room without due process. You're a coward, Sonic Go, and you may as well admit it now. Well, your sword is clearly a fake. I've seen older sword in the quenching vat. Arrest both of these fools? Wow. We're not gonna arrest the Grandee for wanting to duel. Bunkle, let me give you a simple lesson here. There are no forced options. Such a thing does not exist. I always try to find angles that make for an interesting story and that can make sense. It's easy to find options that are a no-go, but forced options, almost non-existent in my book. But I think in this case, Vargas does support this. These two are not really fitting, so for exclusion, we're gonna go for this. You can duel. Simple Coffee grins wickedly, drawing his sword. Sonic Go sighs and rolls his eyes before unclipping a pair of small, jagged daggers and twirling them in his fingers. The duelists circle each other before Grinding Simple Coffee steps in for the first move. Sonic Go jumps backwards, batting the sword away. A second strike comes straight after, but this time it's a feint. As Sonic Go moves to defend, Simple Coffee twists and diverts his attack. The sword strikes true, a little too true. Simple Coffee cuts a deep gash across Sonic Go's neck. Holy shit. I win! Sonic Go collapses and the court breaks into Badlam. What just happened? Your Majesty is dying. Grandee Simple Coffee killed him. Doctors rush in, but it's too late. Before long, the counts are clamoring for reparations while the Grandees insist that death is a known risk of dueling. Oh, fuck. Well, we were all witnesses to the fact that they did not discuss what kind of duel they were gonna fight. If it was supposed to be a duel to the death or first blood. Yeah, too poor for reparations. It was a fair duel. We will not sentence Simple Coffee to death for a duel that Sonic Go agreed to. Sonic Go knew the risks. Sonic Go knew the risks. Who doesn't like democracy, right? Murder! Let Grandy Simple Coffee off. Sonic Go knew the risks. It is as the Grandies say. There can be no punishment for a duel betwixt consenting participants. And I know, because I am a champion duelist. The counts are indignant, vowing that justice will be served to the Grandy Simple Coffee, even if they must do it themselves. You make it clear they are not to go behind your back on this matter, but you're not sure they listen. Sonic Go, rest in peace. There you go. Deep in the back rooms of the Royal Palace, the Southern Grandies are poring over secrets and secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by colored string. The Monarch refused to marry despite everyone's advice. They'd better at least get on with finding an heir, or we'll all be traveling to the thereafter sooner than we intended. Indeed, priests are fleeing the east in droves. Whatever dark deeds the counts have planned, they can't be good. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. Monarch Vargas isn't going anywhere on our watch. Oh, we got ads playing, so I'm going to be taking a 3-minute break here. And then we're going to be continuing with the next season. All right? So I'll see you in 3 minutes. Alright, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. So, we're about to get started again here. I'm gonna wait for the ads to finish in 15 seconds. But this is very interesting, right? I really like the fact that this is what tipped over Defiance for the counts. This is very fitting. This is very, very fitting. Alright, let's continue. So, dangerous roads, vultures, and undercutting, huh? Interesting. I would say let's start with dangerous roads. Yeah, they're rebelling 100%. Wow. Immediately. Holy shit. Wow. Holy shit. Okay. Well. Yeah, right after the War of the Penniless too. Your Highness, the merchants in the south are complaining about bandits. I mean, the rebellion could still be called off, so let's not start to get agitated. Let's wait until the end of the season, alright? It could be a very bad idea, Hesperus, yeah. Yeah, let's see how this season goes, and then we can discuss. Your Highness, the merchants in the south are complaining about bandits. Hey, Natzone, hello! Look at this cutie. The southern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Okay. We cannot pay a mercenary company to patrol the roads. I mean, this sounds like a good moment to send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits, right? Yeah, this sounds like a good moment to gamble. Alright. Actually, I think that this is the moment to call for unity, because like these two others are not desirable at all. Exactly, we need to strike with the Crownland's army to show how powerful our armies are. Especially compared to bandits, right? Especially compared to bandits. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to disband the bandits. Disband the bandits, huh? So that they can become disbandits. Sorry. Alright. The services of the White Rose in this? That's good. Let's count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Perfect split of votes, so no unity, god damn it. Send a battle-hardened regiment to round the bandits. And it's a fail. Oh my god, this fucking monarch is cursed. You send a battalion of the South's hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting on foreign fields. You know what this means, right? South's hardiest veterans experienced in fighting on foreign fields? This means bloodlands. If they can't root these bandits out, who can? A month passes, you receive word that the battalion spent weeks marching in circles and chasing bandits, who would drop their weapons and blend in with the locals. Finally, the soldiers' frustration turned to anger. This kingdom is doomed. This kingdom is doomed. This kingdom is doomed. In an attempt to flush out the bandit leader, your soldiers burned an entire village to the ground and massacred dozens of peasants. The bandit leader, if they were there at all, escaped unharmed. This kingdom is going to shit. Southern peasants now view you as a murderous tyrant. This kingdom is fucked. Ah. Shadowmoon, let's see what you have to say. I wanted to speak to you today about a delicate matter, your most august majesty. It concerns the perfume trade. You might have to explain a bit further. Like Vegas. Well, the Grandies have a long history of creating perfumes and scented oils for all sorts of purposes, but why I purchase some for myself fairly often. The Counts are in a similar position to me, in fact. Always attending those fancy balls of theirs, always having to look and smell just perfect. You wouldn't believe how much perfume they get through. Traditionally, the patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal was reached on both sides. Yet now the Counts buy from the Grandies directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Well, that is a little bit despicable. Then you will call the council together to deal with this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. My eternal thanks, your august majesty. Force the council to continue buying perfume through the patricians. Allow the free market to sort this one out. Ban the sale of perfume altogether. Bring the perfume trade under the authority of the monarch rather than the patricians. Well, this is bad. Whatever happens, this is bad. Excuse me a second. All right. What would Vargas do here? I think Vargas would probably allow the free market to sort this one out. Or something. Or do this. Because why the hell not? Yeah. Trying to centralize. What did I miss? The kingdom is on fire, Marley. Yeah, exactly, Sayobi, I agree. I think that's the thing that Vargas would be led to. If nothing, then to try and fill the treasury a little bit. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. This is still pretty close. 11 to 7, 11 to 8. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 11 to 9, 1, 12 to 9, and 0. Boom. Yeah, it's literally on fire. Village was burned. It turns out that the free market doesn't care all that much about the patricians' woes, and nothing can convince the Grandies and Counts to stop doing business. Holy shit. The patricians lose a grip on their monopoly while the other regions' economies thrive. Well. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we've been burning a bunch of stuff. Kitty, you want to know how much money you have? Kitty, you have 600 gold. You're among the richest nobles of the land. Vultures. Greedy southern merchants are taking advantage of cheap coastal labor, your august majesty, exploiting our natural resources, and putting our trading companies out of business. They're vultures! Vultures! Is it really such a problem? This is just a business. No, one of the richest grandees, I said. I think. Or, no, one of the richest in the lands. Not richest, one of the richest. Which is laughably true. You are a whole different league, Sparse Corruption. Identity crisis, yeah. Chili pepper in essence is very far. Yeah, they are acting like pets, right? So, it's just business, baby. Kick out the grandies and put trading companies back in the coastal lands. Do we veto anything here? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that Vargas has strong enough opinions on these two. I'm very curious to see what happens here. It's just misses, you're saying? Huh. Oh shit. Eight to 15, 9 to 15. Well, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 once again. It's 9 to 15, it's not super close, but it can still be tied. 10 to 15, 11 to 15, 11 to 16. Counting down from 5, 4. If you have not voted, vote now, absolutely. 3, 2, 1. 12 to 16, and 0. Interesting to see the counts side with the grandies on this matter, especially after the incident. Right? Yeah. Another travesty. I should have known better than to expect the council to be of any worth to anyone. Praise the ninth, my companies are safe. Glad this council sees sense for once. The southern companies in the east, in the coast, continue to take over nicely, siphoning money out of the region and making Grandee Simple Coffee filthy rich. Also, can we just talk about the fact that Monarch Vargas has been benefiting Simple Coffee, who is from their same freaking family multiple times? I think that tells us something. I think that tells us something, right? Yeah. Alright, auction time. Auction time indeed. Let us start it in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund followed by the exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building what fund followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising authority with A, lowering stability with B, raising military for the grandees with C, that's interesting, lowering trade for the grandees with D, raising faith for the patricians with E, and lowering faith for the patricians with F. What do y'all want to do here? It is indeed, Sayobi. It is indeed. So there are 20 seconds left now, so spend your money if you have it. Spend your money if you have it. 12, 11, 10 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know when there's 5 again. And 5 seconds left now. Spend your money, spend your money, spend your money, spend your money. Spend it, spend it, spend it, spend it, spend it. And what happened is that... Wait, did we actually get 2... Look at that! 2 stat boosts. Honest Swede. Raising faith in the coast. Desperately trying to do it. And Simple Coffee. Raising military. In the south. Trying to get some defense up, because Simple Coffee is looking at doom straight in the eyes. Good stuff. The burnt what now? The burnt village. Oh shit. Industries collapsing. A missing noble. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. You know, this is really interesting actually. Like we've seen the patricians being allied to the grandees and then to the counts and then to the grandees. I wonder if we're ever gonna get counts and grandees together against the patricians. You know? Because right now, both grandees and counts are at the behest of the patricians' will. I wonder if a day will ever come where when they're like, you know what? We are tired of your bombard. We're gonna fuck you up now. We'll see. Fine. Let's start with a missing noble. In the capital, the solar eclipse does little except make the day a little grey, but the east is a different story. Your Holiness, the moment the sun went dark, Count Skeletor Condition entered the shadow portal and vanished. I'm not sure what I expected would happen, but I warned the council of his ineptitude. Yeah, we cannot send an adventurer. I mean, why not gamble, right? I'm going to say send in the Eastern troops. I'm going to say send in the Eastern troops. Because who better? Esper is immediately there. People don't give a shit about Skeletor Condition. I am so sorry, Skeletor Condition. I was trying to get you to safety. I was trying. I'm so sorry. I voted see myself. You don't want to be disturbed. You're like, you know what? Fuck this kingdom. I'm gonna stay here. I don't want to be back. I love it. Great stuff. Great stuff. Alright. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna be in there. Staying in there. Alright. Okay, let's go. The portal... Of course it's a failure. You're so fucking dead. The portal shimmers dormant in the air for 3 days before closing without ceremony. Count Skeletor Condition is never seen again. Well, rest in pieces. That's it. Well, I am so sorry. Skeletal Condition. Yeah, it looks like you died. I mean, very brave of you to jump into a portal with a 50% chance of success in a Monarch's reign where everything has failed so far. Rest in peace. Welcome to the council, Skeletor Condition II. I hope you will scheme a little less than your parent. So, let's take a look at the burnt village here and see what the fuck is going on. I love this. The burnt village, Chancellor Burn. This is the next dynasty. Well, looks like, yeah, looks like nobody wanted to go. Your Majesty, the peasants in the south were enraged by your response to the bandit problem. I mean, I'm pretty enraged myself. Perhaps burning down an entire village was a little heavy-handed. Under feudal law, they must tithe a share of their harvest to the grandees. But this year, they've refused. The grandees are not taking this well. The damn peasants are making us look like fools. Our cities and castles could starve in winter if the council doesn't do something. Deal with it, dude. Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna send another regiment. We're not gonna send another regiment. Your soldiers fucked this up. So now... Yeah. So now... yeah. Your soldiers fucked it up. Now the peasants are gonna have the right of it. We're not gonna raid the peasants. What? Yeah, the peasants are in all their right to keep the grain. I agree. I agree. Like, if you want the grain back, you can pay for it. With the money that you don't have. You can pay for it with the money you don't have. I think we just let the peasants keep the grain. That's what the 9th would want. After all. 18 to 15. This has become dangerously closed. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. If you haven't voted, definitely do vote now. Counting down from 5. 4. 3. 2. 18 to 15. 1. And 0. Feels like everybody who's here voted. Wow. What a silly idea. Yeah, coming for you, not surprised. The Grannies complain that without their customary share of the harvest, they've been forced to buy their food at exorbitant rates from other regions. Meanwhile, sitting atop a mountain of grain going bad, the peasants sell it off cheaply and get richer as a result. And so in roundabout fashion, the Grannies end up buying the grain of their own peasants anyway. For the first... Holy shit! For the first time, some of the increasingly wealthy southern peasants join the middle class alongside scholars, lawyers, merchants, and priests. Holy shit! This is... What? For the first time, some of the increasingly wealthy southern peasants, not coastal peasants, join the middle class alongside scholars, lawyers, merchants, and priests. This is an eventful thing. Wow. This is incredible. This is a huge change. An epochal change? I don't know, like there's a word in Italian, epocale. But please look it up. What's the English for epocale? Written E-P-O-C-A-L-E. Please look it up. I want to know. Historical, right? Epoch defining, there you go. Oh, so epochal is a word? Good, good. That's awesome. Not like that lemon. No H, only one P. But yeah, it's good, right? Like this is epoch defining. Yeah. Not epic, no. Good stuff. So basically the South is now growing closer. Exactly like that, Lemon. It's growing closer to the coast in a way, right? Or at least the peasants are getting a little bit closer to the... Let me rephrase this. Like, some peasants in the coast get very rich and join the middle class, and some even the nobility, right? The Grandies now have very rich commoner base, but I feel like all of them, right? Usually just epoch. Okay, good, thank you. That's why I probably never heard of it. That's really cool. Alright. Yes, one region is made of rapacious nobles and wealthy peasants, and the other region is the coast. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Oh. Give me 10 seconds. Alright, here I am. So, and now let's see how we die. Your Majesty, mass unemployment and unrest have arisen in the coast. Businesses going bankrupt. Mills shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable. Yes, my... Fuck. Yes, my investments have all gone up in smoke. And it's the same for all other patricians. We must find a way to lift the coast out of poverty. I doubt I'm gonna be able to do that. Turn them into soldiers? Oh god, I don't have veto. Can we please try this? Can we please? Please try this. I mean, I'm gonna fail that. I'm gonna fail that. I'm going to fail the 60%. No surprise about that. No doubt about that. Yeah, Vargas would try. Vargas would absolutely try to actually help the coast. But it's gonna freaking fail, I know. Even if it passes, it's gonna fail. Even if the 60% passes, I'm gonna 100% fail. So... which is gonna make for an interesting story. God damn it. And it's not gonna be enough in anyway, so... Thank God. So at least people are reasonable, right? Like, they hate the Monarch. Like, this is actually very interesting. This is actually a very interesting vote, right? Because here, you see, there are some patricians. Like, the patricians have voted to rebel, right? And here, they got an opportunity to vote to get more soldiers, to get more levies for a rebellion, right? And what they instead decided to do was trying to help people, in a way, or rather, trying to help their economy, which is a better way to put it, right? So what we learn from this is that the patricians love their economy more than they hate the Monarch. Let's go. Provide jobs, digging ditches and building roads. Oh my god, this is the first fucking success in the freaking stream. Across the coast, you set the unemployment and unemployed to work, building roads, bridges, churches, anything to keep them occupied, develop some skills, and put cash in their pockets. No fucking way. The curse is broken. I don't know. It's a startling success. The coast's dying economy is revitalized. 3 trade? It's insane. The patricians, however, complain that you can't just give work to the peasants. They should earn it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, the patricians just fucking hate me. Well, counts. This is gonna be it. Let's go. 2 rebellions, 2 streams in a row, 2 episodes in a row. Maybe bribing the counts so they can't rebel with that would be smart. I don't think Vargas would be that smart. I don't think so. I really don't think so. About your heir. Of course, Your Majesty refuses to get married, against my advice. There's one other thing you're missing, however, something even more important than a spouse, an heir. However, securing an heir is impossible while the kingdom is at war with itself. Defeat this rebellion, and then, only then, it is worth looking to the future. I'll talk to you again when the realm is at peace. By the way, may I let you notice that I didn't even get the event, the special unique event that you usually get when you don't marry. That's how unlucky this monarch has been. I didn't even get the religious event for being chaste in the eyes of the ninth. Didn't even get that. These fucking monarchs, so unlucky. Yeah, exactly, Bunkle. At long last, the patricians have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by noble patrician Bunkle, their smile gleaming in the light of the braziers. The patricians of the coast will bring you down, pretenders to the throne. Will rise up and fight for Agrippa, the true monarch. They sent a pirate ghost. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. I mean, this makes no sense for me to seize them, right? Like, it just makes no sense. And also Vargas wouldn't do it. Yeah. There will be many heads on spikes before this war is over. Many. Mine will not be among them, because I don't have a head anymore. Noble Patrician Bunkle strides from your throne room without looking back. You could send exorcists. I wish I could. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? Let me put it this way, Your Majesty. Everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. How did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Lord Patrician Battle of Kane. He is citing your past transgressions as reasons for the uprising. The time you burned down a peasant village, your ban of the sale of jewel crabs. Really? Because of that? Well, that's their excuse. In reality, it's not about you. It's a power grab. So this is it? Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Yeah, you have a long list. A power crab. Good one. Do you smell that, my friend? Sorry, I think I stepped in some... Oh, Isabella, what are you doing? That's freedom you can smell. Freedom from the mad tyrant monarch Vargas. At long last, we've risen up against their oppression. But if we want to keep our freedom, we must fight for it. I ask you, my fellow patricians, what will be our opening strike against the monarch? We can launch a preemptive strike against the Grandees to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch, or finally we could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. By the way, I love the fact that the patricians are now playing, once again, reverse allies, right? Like, in the previous rebellion, they sided with the Grandees against the Counts, and now they want to bring the Counts in and attack the Grandees. That's very fucking interesting. Yeah, I know you would join. But I think it's very interesting from a narrative standpoint how the patricians are playing the other two regions against each other, if you think about it. Loki, I want to see how the church would work in this situation. Oh, it would be the Orthodox Church against the true believers. That's how I would narrativize it, right? Vargas is a true believer. If the church supports the rebellion, it's the Orthodox side of the church supporting the rebellion against the true believer monarch. And honestly, court, because we have a true believer monarch, chancellor, and high inquisitor. So... Alright, patricians, if you have not voted, vote now, because this is currently a tie. Oh, 3-4. Alright. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3 to 5, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Sweet, it's they them, but I think it would be Orthodox versus True Believer, but yeah. Alright, 40% chance petition for the support of the church. This is super interesting. Let's see if the patricians played their cards well. It's a success! Oh my god, and it's actually Archie. Oh my god. Thank you for meeting with me, Your Holiness. Your message was most heartfelt. How could I turn down those in need? We're all the Nine Gods' children, after all. Oh, I couldn't agree more, and on that subject, the church has been suffering lately, hasn't it? The Monarch hasn't been giving you the support you deserve. This is so fucking good. This is so good. Alas, it is true, the Monarch has strayed far from the light of the Ninth. It breaks my heart, but a monarch with so little concern for the kingdom's spiritual health can scarcely be considered a monarch at all. Prince of Foxes, thank you so much for the follow. Happy you're having a good time around here. Now, Agrippa, on the other hand, if they ever find themselves on the throne, they would be sure to make a substantial contribution to the church's coffers. Can someone please note this down and write a note on this in the mod channel on Discord, please? Because if Agrippa wins, I'm gonna remember this. Now, you know I care not for money, I only care about what's best for the kingdom. And what's best for the kingdom is a monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you my full support gladly. Thank you, Your Holiness. Go with God. Faithful followers of both the Ninth God and the Monarch are thoroughly shaken by the church officially throwing their weight behind the rebels. Their loyalties are torn in half. This kingdom is being cracked like an egg. Oh my god. Thousands of soldiers desert to join the rebellion, fearing for their souls. Holy shit! I don't know if I want to do that, Bunkle. I don't think I want to do that, but yeah. I'm working on the mini essay about self-interest being the emergent theme, and this just fits. Oh hell yeah. God, I want to read that. Well, let's go. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, two counts of the East discuss their schemes against the crown. By the blood of the dead, the monarch must get a grip on the kingdom. We can't allow them to join our secret society of immortals when they can hardly keep the crown on their head. Gotta raise that authority. I don't think that's gonna happen. Golden choice, reverse voting, anonymous voting. Nothing that's working for us here. Let's go. Overrun by bandits. Keep them sweet? Well, it counts, right? Let's do this. You must have noticed that the counts aren't happy, Your Majesty. The rebels have a keen eye and they'll take advantage of this situation. If the East joins the rebellion, we'll be in serious trouble. It's high time you ask the counts directly what they need. Holy shit. And Bonkle, so Bonkle is saying, this is very interesting. For once, the coasts stand without allies in the other regions. Align with the church instead. And this also reinforces the idea that we talked about a couple episodes ago about the fact that the church is a fourth pillar of power in this dynasty, right? Very much so distinct from the crown and from the other regions. This is really cool, I think. This is really cool. Very well. When you call the council, the counts whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. How long will this take? Each minute I spend away from my lands, I sense the patricians approach. Yes, it's not been the easiest time for any of us. I just hope we can all have a productive time. I pay the counts extravagant amounts for their help. Yeah, sure. Provide funds to help the eastern farmers. That's not bad. I'm going to veto A, because we are too smart for that, at least. And I think I like both. I like both. I like the gamble too. So, Special Revolution. Wait, let me see what you all are saying. I feel like it's Peasant Revolution again against us nobles. Not necessarily. Oh, definitely Amy, yeah. Helping the farmers would be nice. It would be. Alright, bankruptcy could be dangerous. Yeah, but what can we do? Provide funds to help eastern farmers. Looks like that's gonna be it. The crown can fund this, yeah. I mean, there's no alternative. You have the treasurer arrange the funds, and after a few weeks, she comes to see you regarding the eastern farms. I'm pleased to say the crops are thriving in the east, your majesty. An army marches on its stomach, and the troops now march in step and with confidence. Perhaps more importantly, the counts are praising your generosity. You can only hope their good mood lasts. Well, that's great. Let's do the battle, and then let's move south. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the coast is advancing on the capital, led by the treacherous Kerr, Lord Patrician, Battle of Cannae. Redworth Gilder. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the east. If they march now, they'll intercept the patricians in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army in the south. It's risky, but together they have higher chances of defeating the cursed patricians. What are your orders, Your Majesty? Huh. Hell yeah, Amy, that sounds awesome. I think they should join forces. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. And it is Prince of Foxes. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Huh. Guys die all the time. Good. Counts, what do you want to do? Do you want to defy orders and send the Eastern Army to fight the rebels? Do you want to follow orders and link up with the Grandees? Or do you want to hang back and let the rebels march on the capital without challenge? We have a chance here. We have a chance. Yeah, if you retreat, they're going to pillage your land, just so you know. Like, if you step... I don't know, like, if you hang back, I think it's the same, right? They're just gonna march on your land and pillage. Is that so? Please tell me if I'm full of shit. That sounds like a peasant problem to me, frankly. Ah, good point. I'm beginning to wonder if counts have even like legs, given how often they hang back. So it's a 50-50 currently between following orders and linking up with the Grandees, and hanging back and letting the rebels march on the capital without challenge. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. If B is chosen, the patricians pillage. If C is chosen, they know we're chill, and they don't. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I thought they would pillage in both situations. Okay. Then, yeah. Alright, only on B. Good to know. Alright, it's currently a 50-50. If you have not voted in your account, this is your last opportunity. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. 4. Hentai Dad, unfortunately you've already voted. 3. And you cannot change your vote. 2. 1 and 0. 50-50. Let's see what comes up. Follow orders. We have a game. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she arrives at your throne room, looking perfectly composed. Your Majesty, as you order, the counts have turned their army around to link up with the Grandees. We can only hope this was the right decision. Have some confidence, Your Majesty. Too late for doubts now. It's all come down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. And my fate, too. That's true. Never fear, Your Majesty. If we do lose these, there are worse fates than a swift head chopping. For the next few weeks, it becomes clear that the Eastern Army's retreat has given the patricians free rein to pillage and plunder the East. The rampaging coastal troops descend on farms like locusts, taking everything to feed thousands of hungry soldiers. Meanwhile, shops, churches, and manors are plundered, and the stolen loot shipped back to the coast. But while the East suffers, the Eastern forces successfully link up with the Grandees. Now the joint army of the Counts and the Grandees rush to meet the patricians in open warfare, and the winner will either end your reign or preserve it. Oh shit. Who voted for B, by the way? Jesus. Kitty Cathy, Amy, Bomb Viewer, and someone else, right? So the... Yeah, that faction within the Counts won. That's a good point, Amy. Every day, more bandits attack our roads in the south. We are overrun with scoundrels and outlaws. I've looked into this, Your Majesty. A leader of sorts has emerged from among the rebels, for now the lawless scum do his bidding. Tell me more. Calls himself the Gallows Man because he was given the noose twice and survived both times. He's a vicious fellow, and his bands have been known to slaughter penniless pilgrims for sport. The local villagers are all terrified of him. That's why they don't turn him in and let his gang hide amongst them when the sheriff comes knocking. Who cares who he is? We need to kill him and teach the others a lesson. That's a good point. God damn it. I mean, there's only one thing to do here. Just send in a spy. Sending a spy. We gotta send a spy. I refuse to fight my own family? Wow. Wow. No, it's not Thomas. It's the Gallows Man. It is the Gallows Man. I know it's gonna be a tie, so... I mean, you can stop trying and just do it. I know. 8-6, but I know it's gonna be like 9-9 or 10-10 in the end. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here, so if you haven't voted, vote now. It's currently 9-7. 4. 3. 10-7. 2. 1. Is it not gonna be a tie? And 0. 10-8. Okay. That's incredible. Send a spy to join the bandits and find the location of their hideout. Okay. I'm surprised. You send a spy to find the Gallows Man and join his gang. It's an anxious few weeks as you wait to see if he was successful. Of course. Bad news, Your Majesty. Our spy has returned, or at least some of him has, in a letter. He holds up an ear. The Gallows Man is a paranoid sort. He only trusts people who are willing to kill in his service. My spy lacked that moral flexibility. I apologize. I have failed you. And we're totally in the dark about what these villains might do next. Poppy, you're fired. In the absence of immediate consequences, the Gallows Man and his gruesome crew grow bolder by the day, even attacking Grandees in their carriages. The Gallows Man is so much fucking worse than Greensleeves. Shay would have already solved this. Shay would have dealt with this immediately. Yeah, exactly, Marid. Exactly. She's trying too little. So we do Siege, Sickness, Final Battle. Your Highness, we must send aid to my friend in the field, Grandy Cryptid in the Closet. What kind of aid? The coastal forces march through their lands and they hold up inside their fortress. The fortress can withstand a frontal assault, but the rebels aren't stupid enough to try that. They'll besiege Grandy Cryptid in the Closet and starve them out in their closet. You can't let that happen, Your Holiness. Why, they're not only a close friend, but a devoted servant of the Ninth God. It is his will that Cryptid in the Closet be saved. The Ninth wants for us to save the Cryptid. Okay, no. We help. We are honorable and we help. Yeah, it's really good. You have a friend, yeah. I'll leave it to the council to decide what's the best thing to do. You really don't want to give up the army, huh? Interesting. Okay. Can the smuggler succeed? I mean, based on what we've seen so far, no. 17-2. I'm not even gonna count here. But she only cares that her friend is safe in the east, but she doesn't know how unlucky this monarchy is, so... 70% chance? Not wanting to commit troops to the fight, you search the area for some honest folk wanting to make an honest living. Honest folk, quote-unquote. Honest living, quote-unquote, by moving food inside the castle for Grandy Cryptid in the Closet. The pizza will arrive. Oh my god, please, yes. And of course it's a fail. Of course it's a fail. Of course. But the search is fruitless. The south is not affluent enough to boast its own smuggling networks. Oh no? That or they were all scattered when the war moved in. With no one to provide them with support, Grandy Cryptid in the Closet forces inside the castle ran out of food in a matter of weeks, forcing them to surrender. The fortress is taken without much bloodshed, mostly. Cryptid in the Closet is promptly strung from the battlements as a warning to the other Grandies. Cryptid. Arms are reappropriated, prisoners of war are taken, and the fortress becomes an important supply checkpoint for rebel battalions entering the south. Cryptid. Rest in peace, Cryptid. No more friends. So sorry, Morgrim. It was the quickest story friendship in the history of the world. I'm very sorry, Morgrim. I have a friend. I don't have a friend anymore. Now let's see who else dies. Ephra, Your Majesty, a terrible sickness is spreading amongst my troops in the east. A short-lived friendship, yeah. What kind of sickness? We've done a lot of digging, a lot of latrines, and a lot of graves. What can we do about it? If we let the disease run its course, we'll have lost a lot of soldiers we can't afford to lose, but I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward? Jesus, the council cannot see shit, so we have no money. Everybody, please. We need to quarantine the fucking diseased. This is everything we have left is to quarantine the diseased. Everything we have left is to fail another 50% roll. There is only one thing to do. Failing the 50% roll. I hope C fails. I mean, it's not a hope, it's a certainty at this point. The East is guaranteed to lose troops here? Yes, but they will succeed in the final battle. I can tell you that much. We can't afford more than that, yeah. Mayhaps we could do it too? I don't know. We're probably all gonna die. Sayobi. Yeah, almost like that, Vaspi, right? It's a fucking failure. Oh my god. You order the deceased soldiers quarantined in a separate camp, the rest are marched off to a safe distance. Unfortunately, many healthy soldiers were actually lying to save their own skins. The sickness flares back up amongst your healthy troops within days. By the time the sickness has finished cutting through the eastern troops, hundreds of soldiers are dead and morale among the survivors has plummeted. Oh. The 9th is punishing us. 100%. Oh, look at that. I hadn't realized that there's a castle partly hidden behind mountains here. That's good. At this point, Vargas should just step down and put a vacant sign on their throne. I mean, I wish I could. So, we are going to have a... Looks like ads are about to play. So, we're gonna start the final battle here. And probably gonna have to take a 3-minute break in a moment, which I actually do need. I need to use the restroom and refill my water bottle. So, yeah. A month ago, battle was averted, but that battle cannot be postponed forever. Can be postponed for 3 minutes, though. I reckon it cannot be... Where's that from, Lurks? Alright, let me finish the water here. Full in London? I have no idea what that is. Alright. Break time. I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. Go grab a snack or a drink. Use a restroom. And then we're gonna go in for the final battle. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging around, sticking around. How are y'all doing? So, it is time for the final battle here. A month ago, battle was averted, but that battle cannot be postponed forever. The counts and grandees are all that stands between the patricians and the capital. Our military is gonna die? We'll see. You know, my hope for this is that if you think about it, we succeeded on one role, which was the role that changed the social composition of a region. If now we win the most decisive role, which is this of the battle, even if it's against the odds, this is gonna make it for a freaking epic story. The Count and Grandees are all that stands between the patricians and the capital. I succeeded on a few others. Well, I didn't feel like that. A final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom. I'll send word to the Grandees that it's time to strike. We can only hope they listen to your orders, Your Majesty. Well. Oh, it's 50%! That's actually pretty good! Send the joint forces of the Grandees and Counts to fight the rebels, or hang back and let the patricians march on the capital without challenge. This is actually pretty good! 50% is better than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like 20-30%. There's a buff for joint forces. It's a significant buff. Oh my god! And look at the Grandees! Look at the loyalist Grandees! Oh my god! Plus 2 military bonus for joint army? So it's actually like 9 to 10? Oh my god. Holy shit. 50% chance. Please. 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 50% chance. No! Fuck! Fuck! We are doomed! I believed for a moment. When she finally returns, it's not in the manner you'd hoped. She's carried into your throne room on a stretcher, coughing weakly. Her torso is covered in blood-soaked bandages. None above what happened to you. It's nothing, just let me make my report. We caught the patricians in a classic pincer maneuver. The Grandees attacked from one side and the Counts charged in from the other. Yeah. The freaking bombard. But the patricians had occupied a highly defensible hilltop. In my arrogance, I thought our combined forces were enough. But they'd prepared a few surprises of their own. Hidden archers, burning oil. If in retreat, they suddenly turned back around and hit us where it hurt. The royal bombard, they pulled out all the stops. It was a slaughter. All I remember is blood and screams. So much death. When they found me, I was under a pile of corpses with 6 arrows in me. They say it's a miracle I survived it all. Wow. Who'd have guessed the patricians are the orthodox zealots and the Grandees are the ones with good trade and social mobility. Right? This actually makes for a really interesting change of perspectives, right? Don't fuck with the Archbishop, that's true. That is so true. How could this happen? I am truly sorry that I failed you. If we want to see the year's end, we must build up fortifications, stockpile food, train up a citizens' militia. The patricians will be camped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. It's time to pray to the Ninth, Your Majesty, because apart from him, we're on our own. On our own, indeed. Everybody, auction time. This is your last opportunity to lower some of the kingdom's stats further. If you want to lower some stats, there we go. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with A, raising authority with B, lowering farming for the grandees with C, lowering the military for grandees with D, lowering faith for the patricians with E, lowering authority with F. This is so bad. This is so bad. Oh my god. "20 seconds left. This is so bad. We're not even gonna get the opportunity to raise some stats at the end. 5 seconds left. Use your money, 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 use your money. Wait, did Siren actually get her surgery? Did it happen? It fucking happened. Oh my god. Oh my god, hello. It took you 8 episodes. And that zone with the stadium. Congrats. Congrats indeed. You might leave now. Alright. Well, we know how this ends. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The patricians began their assault last night, and since then you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Battle work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, brooding on your throne. And we are alone because we didn't marry. By the way, 2 things. I would kindly ask, 1, my mods to collect all the info we have on Agrippa and post it on, even with screenshots, right? Like, both from last episode and this episode, and post it in the channel, please, so I can take a look at it before next episode. And don't go anywhere, even after we're going to be wrapping up this episode in a few minutes. Reading the book ending and then going back to the main menu. Do not leave, please, because we're gonna launch the next one right away after we're done, because we need to do that real quick and then close it out again, but we need to do that in order to be able to edit it and mod it for the next time. So don't go anywhere. The royal court is empty except for you, brooding on your throne. You wait and stew. Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spymaster arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. We'll be here any moment, Your Majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. And I think that actually Vargas is not gonna flee. I think that Vargas is gonna stand and fight. Then you will die. It was nice knowing you, Your Majesty. She's gone in the blink of an eye. Well, no turning back now. You rush to the stable, saddle your horse, and ride out into the street, sword in hand. A column of hardened coastal soldiers advance down the road, steel armor gleaming in the crimson light of dawn. Lord Patrician Redworth Gilder is at their head, shouting orders. Charge! You kick your spurs into your steed and charge forward, sword waving. It's beautiful, it's glorious, it will go down in the history books forever. It's over almost instantly. Someone hurls a spear that slams right through your chest and sticks out the other side. You topple from your horse. 1,000 heavy boots march over you, crushing you into paste. But for a moment there, you really felt like a monarch. GG everybody, good game. Good game, and congrats to the patricians for grabbing back the throne once again. Monarch Vargas' last doomed, glorious charge against the patricians would go down in history, not as an especially smart move, but as a brave one. As a reward for staying loyal to the monarch, the top counts were beheaded. In public, the survivors swore loyalty to the new regime. In private, they swore vengeance. Unable to keep their puppet on the throne, the Grandees were forced to retreat to their secluded villas in Brood. It wouldn't be long before a new southern claimant would arise, and when they did, the Grandees would be ready. The patricians launched a rebellion that toppled the monarch and devastated the kingdom. In the aftermath, nobody could stop them from taking the throne, and Agrippa was crowned to half-hearted cheers from the traumatized common folk. Monarch Vargas, the loser. We're gonna have to find a new one, a different name for this one, because we had the last week too. So, use your brains, start suggesting things on the Discord. But indeed, Vargas is gonna suck. Monarch Agrippa, another they, them. Of course, sparse corruption is gonna be the richest in the land, and Ephra is the poorest. The cursed is good. I think it's gonna be the cursed, right? Unless we have the cursed already. Or the crushed. The crushed is also good. The fallen, the cursed. Yeah, post this stuff on Discord. Post this stuff on Discord. And this is Agrippa. This is your Agrippa. Former pirate. Oh god. This kingdom is so fucked. This kingdom is so fucked. Yeah, and they took off their mask, exactly. And a theory here, Vargas' nepotism toward the south could be accused of as selfishness, something the true believers opposed. This could lead to ideas that Vargas had lost favor with the Ninth and was decisively defeated in the war by the coast, were backed by the Reformed Church. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. Thank you for the suggestion, but I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced. Like, I think that this is more the Orthodox side of the church being once again on the good side of power after having been stamped on since Arceta, right? Now I wonder where this storyline will go. Kaji's had a habit of acknowledging but not being completely bound by noble lore. I just don't want to get caught up in the harem anime that is the yellow one's RP threat. No, don't worry. Don't worry. It's not gonna happen. So will the Orthodox Church be in power now? I mean, not quite in power, right? This is not gonna be... They're not gonna rule the kingdom. But, like, in the way I roleplay, and in the way I consider events, in the past couple episodes, I have been keeping in mind the balance of power within the Church, between the Orthodox faction and the True Believer faction. And that balance of power has been shifting, and now it's shifted again dramatically. So... it will definitely influence how I roleplay and perceive religious events in the future. Agrippa at this point is interesting enough as their own character beyond just whichever house they were from. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Of course, Nat Zone. My pleasure having you. I hope you had a good time. Definitely join the Discord if you haven't. Good stuff. Good stuff. Vargas was so... Damn, look at this goddamn smirk. Vargas was so unlucky. It really feels like a curse at this point. Wow. Yeah, that's true, Bunkle. Yeah. Damn. I'm very curious to see how this will evolve in the next one, you know? Because this kingdom is spiraling down. This kingdom is spiraling down. It's just going worse and worse and worse. And I'm really curious to see if it's gonna end at some point, if it's gonna be if it's gonna continue being really bad, or if at some point it's gonna bounce up, you know? It's really cool. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, Marshall died, Spymaster fled away, run away. I think the Chancellor is gonna change again. Yeah. Vargas the Damned. I don't know, write everything on Discord and then we're gonna think about it. Really cool. Really cool. Alright. And honestly, it's really cool to see 2 rebellions in a row. I hope they don't become the norm. I don't think they're gonna become the norm. But it's cool to see some rebellions happening in this dynasty, right? Because that was one of the things that I had in mind, like seeing some rebellions, because we usually don't have rebellions in dynasties. And I'm glad to have seen 2, right? Kind of as to underline that this is a moment of political instability, and I would expect the narrative now to go from like, things are going bad, there's a bunch of rebellions, and then things start to stabilize again towards the end of the reign. That's what I would expect. But you never know until you start seeing the events, right? So, I guess we'll see. My theory is that since the winning bonuses have a scale of selflessness to selflessness to selfishness, and the patricians are the most selfish. Yeah, the patrician incentives are definitely the most selfish. There might be some extra incentive for other teams to gang up on them. There might be. Yep. True thing, Amy. Not for now, at least, right? Yeah. Enforcing order by having the kingdom's only military seems fitting. The might makes right, but the house also wins. Ethos of the coast, writ large, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be really interesting to see. I'm genuinely very curious to play as Agrippa in this situation. All right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Thanks so much for playing, everybody. This was freaking awesome, as always. This is going to be it for... this is going to be it for episode number 8 of the Bloodscale Dynasty. And to see how this kingdom is going to recover, if it's going to be able to recover, I invite you to tune in next time in episode 9 of the Bloodscale Dynasty. Thank you for playing. Have a great one. Take care.